Imagine going to your grandparents' house for the weekend. You play with all their toys and run around outside. They tickle you until tears fall out of your eyes and tell you hilarious jokes until you laugh nonstop. You even watch movies as they cater a snack to you. Life is so great. You couldn't think of anything better to do. This is what my childhood contains. Although some people may not have special relationships with their grandparents, they develop this unique bond with someone else, such as an aunt, uncle, parent, or even a friend. Personally, this special relationship developed with all of my grandparents. When I was younger, I loved spending time with my grandparents. Now that I'm limited to only my grandpa, I try to enjoy as much time with him as possible. I revolve my world around him. I believe that closely bonded people, such as grandparents, offer great teaching moments, develop memories, and make a lasting impact. By spending hours with grandparents, they share their past experiences and developing history. Grandparents often love to talk about how much they love their spouse. They might just talk about some of their favorite moments with this person. For example, my grandpa will always talk about his wife, as if she's the only woman in the world. He tells me about how they met, where they came from, and what they did with their lives after marriage. The elderly also share past experiences through picture books. Looking through photos might spark a temporarily forgotten memory, or a person. This helps them to pass down stories and information with other family members. When struggling through a tough time, grandparents may offer words of advice based on their previous experiences. In the Canadian Journal of Sociology, Candace Kemp explains how most grandparents prefer to take on the form of a teacher for their families. Along with passing down life stories, grandparents also create everlasting memories with their families. Weekends, family events, and special occasions allow grandchildren to create special bonds with their grandparents. Usually, the most beneficial memories are created during adolescent years. When I was younger, I would spend weekends with my grandparents. We would play all sorts of games and have lots of fun. Grandparents are known for making their families laugh, intentionally or unintentionally. My grandma would tell the funniest jokes and tickle me to make me laugh all the time. Moments like these last forever. In fact, Matthew Gray and other researchers found grandparents reported better relationships with their grandchildren than other caregivers, proving to be more warm and more open. Relating to memories, grandparents find new adventures for their grandchildren to explore. When I was younger, my grandparents brought me to a racetrack to watch the cars zoom around. My grandpa also showed me how to fish when I was 10 years old. Because of their ability to bring so many memories to their families, grandparents developed long-lasting impacts on those around them. Through the many years of time spent together, grandparents have created a lasting impact on the hearts of their grandchildren. According to Candace Kemp, grandparents and grandchildren spend approximately 20 to 40 years together. Throughout this time, grandchildren are handled with lots of care. This helps them feel loved in so many ways. With the intense care, grandchildren start to believe they will always feel the sensation of love when in the presence of their grandparents. They will be able to minimize negative emotions when laughing with these special people. Sadly, because of the endless love, grandchildren always mourn their grandparents after they pass. My grandma was my best friend for 12 years before she left. To this day, I still recollect on the memories we had together. Therefore, she left an outstanding impact on my heart during that short time. In the end, grandparents spend so much time with their grandchildren. They develop unique bonds with their grandchildren during their time. They allow children to learn about themselves and offer life advice. They also bring happiness to their souls with jokes and games. Because of the reasons combined, my grandparents are the most influential people in my life. So, no matter who you cherish the most, spend more time with them. Make memories like you have in the past. Enjoy the people, because it makes life so good.